first down here for the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun to give to the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Back to pass, it's Hennigan. Quickly out to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. At the 45 on his way. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Still looking on the move. It's caught downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fires to the wideout. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's McCown. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Coming after it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the back. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A third down try for the offense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Yeah, the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you can see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get...
It's a fake. He's going to throw it. Spits it out to the back. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Running with power. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. Snap it to the back. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Trying to run, it's Barnes. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Roadrunners! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
fielded in the end zone. It's Drake. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Hennigan. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Memphis wants to move quickly. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He wants to go deep. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Feeling some heat. Gets it out quickly.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
In that 3rd down and manageable situation, I love the RPO play call. You just would love to see your offensive line get a little bit more push. That was a good look to run into, but the defense just beat him up front.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Running the option, it's McCown. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded.
Touchdown, UTSA! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation...
He'll take the deep shot. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40, the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Now on the option. And now on the hits the balls loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. And the ball is free on the pitch.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is...
What the hell was that?
Very lucky to get that football back.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Nice move to keep moving. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead trying to put this one in a hammerlock. And it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be brought down. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this.
Oh, look out, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Memphis picking up the tempo. To the air, it's Hennigan. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as active.
And that pass picked off. And the ball's on the ground. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And the returner is stopped. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He lets one fly deep. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Roadrunner. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback in these situations. You drop so many guys back deep, but as a defender, you're not trying to catch the ball. You're trying to spike that ball.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this.
Going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Hennigan. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On third down, going up top. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Memphis wants to move quickly. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Memphis! And they'll try to tack on two. Trying to power it in. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and now it's a two-possession game, down 15. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
22.
Coming out with it, it's Anderson. He's got great speed. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. The 10. Touchdown, UTSA. And the stomping has commenced. Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll line up for a second down play.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you've got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoved back behind the chains. It's first and 15. To the air. It's Hennigan. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Memphis. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. He's got his man. Hard-hitting tackle.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete two-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. RPO complete to open the drive. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And he's running in the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they fake it the holder looking for a man. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's straight. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on.
And he reels it in inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Fires it incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. Got his man. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
They're bringing heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I don't mind the aggressive nature by the offense there. It's 3rd and short, everyone expecting runs, so you're going to go pass and try to take a shot, but you got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his man, and they convert. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Scanning the field, it's Hennigan. Just a short pass to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going over the top. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Here we go. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He'll pitch it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's McCoy. Bringing the heat. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
To the air, it's McCown. Slings it. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 45. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to ULM. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Back to throw, it's McCown. Finds a tight end. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This is like he's orchestrating a video game out there. I mean, he's right at 500 yards. He's a step or 2 or 3 ahead of him. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? On the move at the 30. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. What a comeback this has been. They've just kept fighting and put themselves in position here, David.
This has been unbelievable, and once you get momentum going, a lot of times it's so hard to stop it. Palmer, this defense is reeling, and this offense is on fire.
Yeah, this offense, they just have this look right now like they can't be stopped because of all the success they've been having recently in this game. They're a completely different unit than what we saw at the beginning.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. This defense will try to keep everything in front. We We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis. Here comes the 2-point try. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 1st down from the 30. He's looking to throw it. Turns it loose. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On the option. The pitch. Still running at the 40. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's McCoy. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunner. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
It's complete on the right side. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the two, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He'll bring it out. It's straight. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Corner's going to give them room. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man. It's straight. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To throw, it's Hennigan. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope.
Trying to burn this defensive back. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.